Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the class. As you all know that we are learning the chapter expansion and we are done with the first exercise. We also in the last class we have started the exercise 3b, that is the second exercise, and we were seeing how to use the cubic identities and how to expand the given question using those identities. So now today we are gonna continue with the same exercise and see some of the questions. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me take one question here. It is given that if x minus 2 upon x equals 6, this is the information they have given us. They are asking you to find the value of x cube minus 8 upon x cube. Okay. Now, before we start solving this question, let me remind you once that we have learned the cubic identities. If I recall once, that is a plus b whole cube. I hope you all remember that it is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Also, we have seen a minus b whole cube, which was a cube minus b cube minus 3ab, a into b, and then in the bracket a minus b. Also we have seen one identity a cube plus b cube. It is in one bracket a plus b, another bracket it is a square plus b square minus ab. Also we have seen the identity of a cube minus b cube is equals to, in one bracket a minus b, in the other bracket it is a square plus b square plus ab. Also I have told you one more identity which we are going to recall when we take the question depending on that. Okay, so these identities we have, and now we want to calculate this term. Okay, so see, whatever information is given, we are going to use the information to calculate this. And if we are given with this and we have to calculate this, since it is having cube, so what to do? Simple. It's just that we have to cube the given term. So what is given? It is x minus 2 upon x equals 6. We are given with this. So what to do? Let us cube both sides. Okay. So here when you cube it, it will become x minus 2 upon x whole cube, and right hand side it will become 6 cube. Is it clear? Okay. Now let us see this. This is simply a minus b whole cube, where what is at the, I am comparing it. What is at the place of a? It is x. What is at the place of b? It is 2 upon x. Is it clear that whenever we apply the identity, we always compare, we always see what is at the place of a, so that we can put the values in the identity. At the place of a in our question it is x. At the place of b in our question it is 2 upon x. So left hand side we are going to apply the identity of it is a minus b whole cube. So what is according to identity? It is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab and a minus b, if you remember, or else if you want me to write, it is a minus b whole cube. It is simply a cube minus b cube minus 3ab, a minus b. Is it clear? That see, this left hand side is exactly like this. We have compared the values now. Now we are going to expand this left hand side according to our identity. Okay. So let me use the identity and expand the left hand side. So now it should be a cube. What is our a? X cube minus b cube. What is our b? This whole thing, that is 2 upon x is our b, and we have to cube it, minus 3ab, which is 3 into a into b. So what is a? X into, what is our b? That is 2 upon x. You see, this is 3a and b, and into a minus b. What is our a? X minus b is 2 upon x. Is it clear that we have kept the values of a and b according to the identity, and we have expanded our left hand side? Now see, what is right hand side? It is 6 cube. 6 cube means that is 6 into 6 into 6, which is 260, which when you multiply it will be 216. So now we have to find out the value of x cube minus 8 upon x cube. let's see, first we simplify, that is x cube minus, now you see it is 2 upon x whole cube, which means we have to cube the numerator as well as the denominator. So when you cube the numerator, which is 2, it will give you 8 upon x cube, and here minus, you see this x and this x, they are in divide, so we can simply cancel them. Now this, we are left with 3 into 2, which will give you 6, and we are also having this bracket x minus 2 upon x equals 216. Okay, now you see what we have to calculate, we are getting that term. That means we are going to write this term as it is, as we have to calculate it. Rest of the things we'll see. So it is x cube minus 8 upon x cube as it is, minus 6. Now if you see this x minus 2 upon x, this is the exact thing which is given already. That means this bracket, the value of this bracket, we know. What is the value of this bracket? It is 6. So this bracket we can write down, we can put the value as 6 equals 216. Is it clear? Now it's simple. If I rub this, okay, now left hand side we have x cube minus 8 upon x cube minus, it is 6 into 6, which is simply 36 equals 216. Now since we have to calculate this term, rest of the terms will go to the other side. That means this minus 36 will go to that side and it will become plus 36. We leave it here because we want to calculate it, and it will be 216 plus 36, which will be 252. The answer will be 252. See, so that this is the value of x cube minus 8 upon x cube is 252. Okay, now let us quickly see our next question, which is, okay, now if you see the question, it is, the given condition is a plus 2b plus 3c equals 0. Okay, this is given and you have to show means you need to prove that a cube plus b cube plus 8b cube plus 27c cube equals 18abc. Is it clear that what I have written, this information is given and we have to show this, first thing. Second is, if you see in this information we have 3 terms given, and the identities of cube that we were having a binomial, that is a plus b. Now here it is 3 terms, and if you remember that when we were seeing the cube identity, I have told you one more identity. So let me write that identity first. It was 3 terms, identity related to 3 term or a trinomial, a plus b, not exactly like that, a plus b plus c. In other bracket we had a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca, and it was equals to 3ab. No, it was not equal to this. Okay, here in this question we are given with this term, that is, if a plus 2b plus 3c equals to 0, then we have to show that this is a cube plus 8b cube plus 27c cube equals to 18abc. Now one thing you need to see here is that in the given information we have 3 terms, And if you can recall that when in the last class when we were seeing the cubic identities, we have seen that very last identity which I told you, if I write once for you, it had three terms, A, B and C, all the three terms. So if I write for the identity for you all, that is A plus B plus C was there in the left hand side. Also it had A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. This was our left hand side. This equals to A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. This identity also we have seen in our last class. Now if you see here, this question is kind of similar to the given identity, because this question is with three variables. Also this is the identity with three variables. Rest of the identities were only having two terms, that is binomial. Okay, so we are going to use this identity, and whenever we use identity we have to compare the values. So here if you see, A is exactly, we are going to use this information. A is exactly A, but at the place of B, what is there? Not B but 2B. At the place of C, what is there? 3C. So are you clear with like what is A, what is B, what is C? A is A, B is 2B and C is 3C. So according to our question, let us put the values in the identity and let's see what happened. Okay, now I'm gonna left hand side, I'm going to put the identities. So here A as it is plus B, what is there in the question? It is in fact 2B. So it will be 2B plus C. What is C? It is 3C. So this is how we have kept the values of A and B and C given in the question. Now next bracket we have A square. Our A is A only, so we will be writing it as A square plus B square. What is our B in fact? 2B, and we have to square it. So now can we square it directly? 2B square, which means 2B square will be 4B square, isn't it? Otherwise if you want me to write, I can write it. Okay, it is A square plus B square. What is our B? 2B and the square. Okay, plus C square. What is our C? 3C and the square minus A into B. So A is A, B is 2B. So let me first write A into B. Is it clear? Then minus. So I'm gonna write it here. See, this is a very long term, so that's why I'm writing, or let me write it here only. Minus B into C. What is our B? That is 2B. And what is our C? Or we can write it like that. 2B into 3C. This is B into C minus C into A. C is simply 3C into A is A. So this is our left hand side. That means this term. And this equals to the right hand term. Right hand side. So right hand side is now A cube. A is what? Simply A. So it will be A cube as it is plus B cube. What is our B? 2B. So it will be 2B cube plus C cube, that is 3C. Our C is simply 3C. So it will be C cube minus 3A into B into C. That is 3 into A is A, B is 2B and C is 3C. Is it okay? That what we did, we identify that which identity we should use. We applied that identity, we kept the values comparing our question, and now we are going to simplify. The left hand side we have put the values, right hand side we also have put the values. Now we are going to simplify. Let's see this left hand side. If you can see this left hand side, so this bracket I am going to write like that only, that is A plus 2B plus 3C. Next bracket, it is A square, so first term will be A square plus it is 2B square. Now when you square, we'll square the variable and the number, so it will become 4B square plus what about the next term? It will be 9C square minus, then we have 2AB. Okay, then we have minus 2 into 3 will be 6 and the variable is b into c. So it will be 6b into c minus, next is 3ca, simply 3ca. Okay. So this is what our LHS looks like, and then we have our RHS. It is a cube plus, when you cube 2b this thing term, so the 2 cube will be a and b cube will be simply b cube. So it will be 8b cube plus, now 3c cube, 3 cube will be 27 and c cube it's simple as c cube minus, now when you have this term, first we'll multiply the numbers and then we'll multiply the variable. So here it is 3 into 2 will give you 6 and 6 3s are 18. So it is simply 18, and what are the variables? A, B, C. That means all the three of them are here, A into B into C. Is it clear? Are you all clear that how I have kept the values and how I am simplifying? So if I rub this so it will be clear to you all. Okay, so we are here with this. Okay. Now you see, if I write the left hand side and right hand side again, so that it is again very clear, a plus 2b plus 3c, and then we have this whole term which is a square plus 4b square plus 9c square minus 2ab minus 66 b into c and minus 3c into a. This is all our left hand side equals to right hand side, which is a cube plus 8b cube plus 27c cube minus 18abc. So this is the terms on left hand side and right hand side. Okay. Now you see here the left hand side we are getting this bracket which is a plus 2b plus 3c. If you see the given condition in our question, that it is saying that a plus 2b plus 3c is actually equals to 0. That means this whole bracket is equals to 0. So when you put the value of this bracket which is 0 into multiplied by this whole bracket, so anything multiplied with 0 or multiplied to 0 will give you 0. That means this whole left hand side will become 0. Is it clear? That we are given with this term which is a plus 2b plus 3c, and in our question this a plus 2b plus 3c is equal to 0. Now if I write this 0 into, what do we have, this long bracket. So when we write the value whatever there in the bracket, anything multiplied to 0 will be 0. That means eventually the whole left hand side will become 0, and then we are left with the right hand side which is a cube plus b cube, sorry, it is a cube plus 8b cube plus 27c cube minus 18abc. Okay. Now if you see what to prove, a cube plus b cube plus 27b cube equals to 18abc. So what we do, we keep it here on this side, and this minus 18abc we are going to take it to this side, and whenever we take the values from one side to the other side, the signs will change or the sign will change. That means this minus will become plus, minus 18abc will become 18abc only, and then we have a cube plus 8b cube plus 27c cube. You see this is exactly this equals to ABC. That means we have shown that whatever we have used the given information, and we have shown that this equals to 18ABC. Okay. Our next question is, if a minus 1 upon a equals root 5, okay, then you have to find the values of, first you have to find it's a plus 1 upon a, you have to find the value of this, and second you have to find the value of a cube plus 1 upon a cube. a cube plus 1 upon a cube. Okay, so here is the trick. I tell you. Now I think you have solved these many questions, and now you are clear with the idea. Then whatever information is given, what to calculate, which identity to use. Okay. Now if you see the question and the second part of the question, so whatever is given, we are having the second part of the question. So it is now quite clear that we have to cube the something, because it is having cube. But if you see the first part where we have to calculate a plus 1 upon a, this value we have to calculate. So now here this is up to you that which identity you want to calculate. If you remember that in our first exercise we have simplified such type of questions, like if x plus 1 upon x the value is given, we were supposed to calculate 1 upon x minus 1 upon x, or x minus 1 upon x was given and then we were supposed to calculate x plus 1 upon x. So it is up to you that if you want to use the square identity and then do all the process, or else that there also I have told you two methods. So here we are going to see a different thing, so that it is all there with you. Okay. So now before I solve this question, let us see. You know that we have learned about the identity a plus b whole square. We have learned this identity. Also we have learned the identity a minus b whole square, isn't it? This is a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So now we are going to see the relation between the two identities, that is a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square. What if we subtract the two values, that is a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square? So when we subtract, it will give you 4ab. Are you getting this thing? That we have this identity a plus b whole square, we have the identity a minus b whole square. You can say that we are subtracting, or simply you see that this is the relation between this identity and this identity. So when you subtract the two terms or two identities, you will get, or the value will be equals to 4a into b. So this is something you need to remember. Is it clear? If it is clear, so let us simplify our given question. Now if you see in our given question, as we always compare the values of a and b, what is at the place of a? It is a only. What is at the place of b? It is 1 upon a. Now you see, I'm going to put the values here in the identity. A is a as it is, plus what is our b? It is 1 upon a. Is it okay? So it is a plus 1 upon a minus a minus b, that is a is a minus b is what? 1 upon a. Sorry, I have to apply the square because a plus b is square, minus a minus b, that is a minus 1 upon a, and the square of it, equals to 4 into a into b. 4 into a is a only and b is 1 upon a. Okay. Now see, let us simplify and what do we have? A plus 1 upon a whole square minus a minus 1 upon a whole square. And if you see on the right hand side, this a and this a we can cancel, so 4 into 1 will be 4. Now see, what is the use or what is the advantage of using this relation of these two identities is that this is a plus 1 upon a coming in the left hand side, which we want to calculate, minus second term is a minus 1 upon a, which is given already. So one term we can calculate, the other term we know the value. It is simple. So now this we want to calculate as it was asked to calculate. So a plus 1 upon a we are going to write it like that, minus a minus 1 upon a. What is the value of this a minus 1 upon a? Is root 5. So we are going to put the value of this term. So this is root 5 and the square. So we have to square it, equals 4. Is it clear? Now I am going to rub this. Now you see, here we want this term, so we will be writing it like that, 1 upon a whole square minus root 5 square, which is root 5 into root 5, will give you simply 5 equals 4. Clear? Now if you want to calculate this, we will take this 5 to the in the RHS or to the RHS, so that will become plus 5. So it will be a plus 1 upon a whole square, and it will be equals to 9, because 4 plus 5 will be 9. And since we want only a plus 1 upon a, so square, when we take it to the other side, it will be a plus 1 upon a equals to 9. That means square root of 9. So it will be a plus 1 upon a equals, what is the square root of 9? It is only 3 or it is plus minus 3? We have learned this. It should be, or it will be, plus minus root 3. So first we have calculated that it is a plus 1 upon a. It should be plus root 3. It could be plus root 3 or it could be plus 3 or minus 3, because we know that square root of 9 could be plus 3 or minus 3. Okay, so this is our term we have calculated. I am going to write it like that first, and then I am going to show you that this identity, if you see the relation of these two identities, you need to remember that sometimes we don't have to do the all long process. Now if you can relate to this identity, or if you are you have understood this relation, so this identity you can apply on those questions which we solved in exercise 1 and to calculate the other term. So it is up to you now. Okay, so now we have to calculate the second part of the question, and here you need to be very careful. What we have calculated a plus 1 upon a equals plus minus 3. Now if you see, what to calculate is a cube plus 1 upon a cube. So of course, which information we are going to use, this one or this one? Since it is plus, so of course we will use this answer which we have calculated in the first part. Now as I told you that a plus 1 upon a is coming plus minus root 3. That means this could be equals to plus 3 or this could be equals to minus 3. Are you getting? When we write plus minus 2, that means the value can be plus 2 or value can be minus 2. It could be both. That means we are going to consider both the values. So if I separate it, can we write it as a plus 1 upon a can take the value as plus 3, because it is also plus 3. Also a plus 1 upon a can take the value minus 3, because it is equals to plus 3 as well as minus 3. Is it clear to you all? If it is clear to you all, now we are going to calculate the second part. And if you see, we are having the two cases. This is our case 1 and this is our case 2. So we are going to calculate this value taking case 1 and then taking case 2. Case 1 where this is equals to 3 and taking case 2 where this a plus 1 upon a equals to minus 3. You need to be very careful with these type of questions, okay? So let me take case 1. Case 1 when a plus 1 upon a is equals to 3. Either you write plus 3 or 3. Is it clear? Now, so we are using this case or this answer and we are supposed to calculate this. So how to get this? Of course, to cube it. So we are cubing both sides. So when you cube it, it will be 1 upon a whole cube equals right hand side will be 3. Whether you write plus 3 or you write 3 only, it will be same. So it is cube. Now if you see the left hand side, it is a plus b, which is 1 upon a cube. That means we are going to use identity left hand in the left hand side and we are going to expand the term. So if you recall the identity, it is a cube. A is a only, so it will be a cube plus b cube. What is our b? 1 upon a. So it is 1 upon a cube plus 3ab. 3 into a is a into b is 1 upon a. In the bracket a plus b. So a plus 1 upon a. Is it clear? Left hand side we have expanded the term using the identity. Right hand side it is 3 cube, which is 3 into 3 into 3. and that will be equals to 27. Now you see it is a cube plus, when you cube this, so 1 cube will be 1 and denominator a cube will be simply a cube. Now plus this a and this a we can cancel since they are in divide, so 3 into 1 will give you 3, and also we have a plus 1 upon a equals 27. Okay. Now if you see, we are getting this term which we were supposed to calculate, so we are going to write it as it is, a 1 upon a cube plus 3. Now if you see this bracket, a plus 1 upon a, I think we know the value here. A plus 1 upon a is what? 3. So it will be 3 into 3 equals 27. So here we have a cube plus 1 upon a cube. Now if I do it directly, so it is 3 into 3 will be 9, which is plus 9. So if I take it to the other side, it will be minus 9. So 27 minus 9 will be 18. So in our first case means if we take the value of a plus 1 upon a as plus 3, then the answer of this a cube plus 1 upon a cube will be 18. Okay, plus 18. Is it clear? So one answer of this value or this term is coming plus 18. Now let us take the second case. Second case, we are going to do the same thing. It is, the only difference is that this time in second case we are going to take the other value of this term, a plus 1 upon a, where it is minus 3, because the answer was coming plus 3 minus 3 both. So we took first the plus 3 and now we are taking minus 3. So next, what to do to calculate this value? We have to cube both sides. So when you cube both sides, it will be a plus 1 upon a. Left hand side will be this cube, and right hand side, be very careful, it is minus 3 and we are cubing minus 3. Now left hand side we will be expanding in the same way. A plus b whole cube will be a cube plus b cube, which is 1 upon a. So if I write it like that, it is a cube plus b cube plus 3 into a is a, b is 1 upon a into a plus b, which is a plus 1 upon a. Okay, equals. Now you see, this is minus 3 cube. If I write it here, minus 3 cube means if we write only 3 cube, that is 3 into 3 into 3. Now if we write minus 3 cube, that means minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3. Okay. So now first we multiply the signs. So minus into minus plus, plus into minus, again minus. 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27. So that means when you cube it, it will give you minus 27. So this right hand side will be minus 27. Is it clear? Now see, this value we have to calculate, so we will be writing it like that, a cube plus 1 upon a cube. This a and a will get cancelled as it is in divide. So 3. This bracket we have a plus 1 upon a equals minus 27. Now you see, this value we have to calculate, that is 1 upon a cube plus 3. Do we know the value of this bracket? Yes, a plus 1 upon a is actually this time equals to minus 3. So that means the value of this term is now minus 3 as we are taking the second case. So it is minus 3 equals to minus 27. Is it clear to you all that how are we solving the question? Now we have to calculate the value. We have this a cube plus 1 upon a cube. Now you see, plus minus minus, 3 into 3 is our 9 equals minus 27. Is it clear? Now we have to calculate a plus 1 upon a cube. This minus 9 will go to the other side and it will become plus 9. So we already had in the RHS 27, minus 27. This will give you plus 9, isn't it? Now when you solve, it is a cube plus 1 upon a cube. Minus 27 plus 9 will give you simply minus 18. So likewise we are getting this value, a cube plus 1 upon a cube is also equals to minus 9. In our first question, the answer was coming plus 18. So if you see in this question, for this part we are getting two answers, for this part we are getting two answers. So you need to be very careful whenever you have the square part and you solve like square of 9. So of course it will give you plus minus 3, and plus minus 3, that means we will be in these type of questions we will be considering both the values, plus also and minus also, as we did here, that we took our first case and we took our second case, and that's how we got two answers for this part and we got this two answers for this part. So when we give you the question to simplify, be very careful with these type of questions and be very careful to take both the cases. Okay, so if I tell you how to write the answer for the first part, which is 1 upon a plus 1 upon a, we are getting the answer of this part as plus minus 3. So answer of this question will be plus minus 3 both, as we knew, and we took plus 3 and minus 3 both. Now we have solved this value as taking case 1 and case 2. That means the answer in case 1 was coming plus 18 and the answer in case 2 coming minus 18. That means it is the value of a plus a cube plus, no, it's not like that. Okay, so if I tell you how to write the answers of these two parts, since we are getting two answers, so as we have calculated a plus 1 upon a, it is simply coming plus minus 3, because we were solving root 9 and it gave you plus minus root 3. Okay, now if I tell you this we have calculated in two parts, case 1 and case 2. In case 1 it was coming plus 18, case 2 it was coming minus 18. That means the value of this term is coming plus 18 as well as minus 18. So how to combine the answer and how to write it? That this will take the value 18 both plus and minus. So this is how we write the answer. You see, here we are getting two values of this term, here also we are getting two values of this term, and that is how we write our answers. Okay, so these were the questions we learned today, and I need you all to practice a lot. These type of questions are actually you need to practice, because here we are taking cases and this is something new you are learning. So you need to practice, and in our next turn it is quite easy, that we are going to see the rest of the questions. I think there is only one question in this exercise which you need to understand. It's a little tricky, and the next exercise is simply how to multiply two brackets. So I think you all know how to multiply two brackets. So we will see how to multiply these two brackets, and then we are done with the chapter. But then I want you all to solve the questions, since in most probably in our next class we will be completing our chapter, and for that you need to practice, and in the next class we will be starting a new chapter. So before we start a new chapter, I want you all to practice a lot. Please take as many questions as you are getting, as many questions as you can solve, because practice makes a man perfect. Okay, so we will meet in our next class.